Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm back. Well, I didn't really go very far, did I? I curled my hair for you today. What do you think? I try. You do the best you can with the tools you have. I hope everybody is doing great. The weather's cooled down here a little bit, which is kind of nice. So I've been taking advantage of that, doing a few things outside that has to be done before the snow flies. Oh, snow. I have to tell you this first. I'm rounding up what I spent this past week for food. I spent rounded up to $35. It was $34 and some change. And I feel pretty good about that. I don't know if I'm going to do a grocery haul this next week, because I kind of looked around at the ads and things that are coming up, and I don't know that there's anything that attracts me. There are some things I don't have. For example, I'm almost out of mayonnaise. There's other things, but they're things that I could live without if I needed to. So we'll see. Regardless whether I do a shop or not, on Wednesday I will do a video to let you know that, and we can talk about that, and also let you know if I do happen to pick up anything that I think is worthwhile. And then also, don't forget, on Monday we're going to Let's Make Some Food, and so that'll be coming up on Monday. I love doing those videos, Let's Make Some Food, but then I kind of like to make food, you know. This was funny. I was going through my handbag today, my purse, and I was actually cleaning it out, and I was removing the change so I could put the change aside, and also some $1 bills. I had a couple in there that I wanted to put back and not spend. So I was looking, and also I had some gum wrappers with chewed gum in it that needed to be thrown away, because you know, sometimes you're chewing gum and you're not in a place where you can throw your gum away. So I usually try to save the wrapper and put it in there, because you know, I gotta try to be a good doobie. So anyway, I was cleaning out my handbag, and I got to laughing to myself, and I thought, I wonder if you guys would want to see some of the things I keep in my handbag. I don't carry a big bag. I don't feel like I have to when I leave the house, have my whole house packed in my handbag. So my handbag's pretty small. But I was going to show you this. These are some things that this is a few things I keep in my wallet. One thing I keep in my wallet is some cash. Keep wallet in my cash. Or keep wallet in my cash. Ugh. Keep cash in my wallet. Silly granny. And another thing I keep in my wallet is, now this is in my wallet, I keep the 91st Psalm in my wallet. This is really one of my favorite Psalms, so I do keep it in my wallet because it encourages me. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. So I always keep the 91st Psalm in my wallet. And another thing I keep in my wallet, which is so important, is my ID. And I'm going to show you my ID because, you know, I like to share things with you. Here is my ID. My youngest granddaughter, who is now 21, made this for me when she was 7. And she drew it. She drew me, and she said, "Granny, this is your ID. You have to keep it with you always." And I have. I kept it with me always. It started to get a little frayed here, but so I put packing tape on it to protect it, because you know you got to take care of your ID. You never know when you're going to need it. I actually use this ID sometimes when I'm asked for an ID. I will pull this one out and show it to them, because you know it's my ID. But she was at my house one day, and her mom was working, and I was in my little office there when I lived in Illinois, and she would sit in there and she would draw while I was at the computer working on odds and ends or paying bills. And so I always kept scrap paper around for notes. So she drew this for me, and she said, she put on the back, "I love Granny." And she had a big heart. And then she said, she signed it Athier, and she put age 7, 2011. This is a picture of Athier's Granny. So yes, this is my ID. I always keep it with me because it's really important. Whenever she would draw a picture of me, she always gave me a great big head, big blue eyes, always had earrings. I had a tiny body and a great big heart on my chest. And I was usually surrounded by nature, or sometimes my little dog I had then. I had a little Maltese. He was wonderful. And so sometimes she would put Bolivar, Boliver. He came with that name. Weird. Anyway, she would put him in there. So this is my ID. I always carry this in my wallet. It's pretty important. In my handbag, I know, I keep tea bags, because sometimes when my daughter and son-in-law come to town, and if they take me to lunch at the local Japanese restaurant, which we really enjoy, they always bring, I have hot tea, and the wait staff always brings 2 tea bags, and I only ever use one. So I keep these in my purse, because you don't know when you're going to need a tea bag, right? I keep a thing of toothpicks in my handbag. I keep some cheap lip balm, and I keep some mints along with chewing gum, but I keep some mints. Sometimes my chiropractor always has little hard candies or mints. And I will grab a couple and then pop them in my purse. And I also keep a little pill box, and all this ever has in it is aspirin, because that's all I ever take. If needed, I take aspirin. I don't take anything else. Aspirin has held me in good stead, and aspirin is still pretty cheap. Well, if you buy the generic brand, it's pretty cheap. I also keep, I like 10 boxes. And so in my Altoid box, I keep one little packet of Taster's Choice instant coffee and 2 packets of sugar-free creamer, because you never know. I don't know. I might be on the road and I might need coffee. So I can always get a cup of hot water. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, here's another 10 box. This 10 box has safety pins, because you never know, you might need a safety pin. And, oh, safety pin, excuse me, paper clips, safety pins, and a nail trimmer, because you don't know. Sometimes you get a hangnail and you got to have that. So, oh my goodness, put it back. And I keep, don't laugh either. Oh, first of all, I always keep some Kleenex in my purse. And I keep, oh, don't laugh. I keep this because Sometimes you get a stray hair. And you got to stay well groomed. It's pretty important. And I also keep this little, it's not really a penknife, but my son-in-law's father had a trucking business many years ago. And I won't show you the logo on the other side, but he used to give these away. And so these are little knives. So those are some curious things I keep in my purse. Wasn't that exciting? I want to share a viewer comment with you today. This comment is from Jane Kramer 175, and she made this comment on the community post that I had regarding the little is much when God is in it on the back of a truck that my son and daughter-in-law saw on their vacation in Jamaica, and they sent that picture to me. And she commented on that post, so I wanted to read it to you. Robin, since I found you, I find myself using your saying a lot. I think of the women in my family too. They lived in Cumberland Gap, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia area where the 3 states come together. They were all very poor financially, but so rich in every other way. In the summer, they would go to their backyard and pull a few things from the ground, bring it inside, and make the most delicious meal with homemade cornbread or biscuits on the side. They took little scraps of fabric and made beautiful quilts that decorated their small homes as well as keeping them warm. When all us cousins gathered at the little homes, big watermelons were chilled in ice and served up in big slices, and homemade ice cream days were very special events. Popcorn strings on a Christmas tree with small tokens of big love wrapped in colorful paper placed under the tree. All year long, ordinary foods and material things turned into magical treasures and the best foods ever eaten. My heritage. It fuels my knowledge that I too can do big things with little bits. If anyone understands, little is much when God is in it, it is I. I wouldn't trade my history and heritage for anything in this old world. And then she gave me a big red heart. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. How much I appreciate this comment. I hope that all of you will be able to share your stories with all of us in the comments, because there is always that little bit of the past that we bring forward to our lives, and absolutely just it makes us, it helps to make us who we are. All right, I love you guys. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay, all right, I will see you on Monday, and we're gonna make some food. Okay, all right, love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.